Kia ora te whānau, no mai hoki mai. So are you rich? Well, this site here is awesome, and I'm going to go through a few things on it. But one of the things you can do is, if you haven't checked, you can grab your Ethereum address. So any wallet that you have, you can actually grab your Ethereum address and you can come to this. So this is the website, pulsechain.com. I'll leave a link in the description. But you can come to the airdrop checker, all right? And I'll just use this address here as an example. I'll put that in here. So this is just an Ethereum address out of MetaMask. And click on submit. And this is showing me that it's worth $243 in Pulse tokens that I have. Okay, so you can see here the majority is in PLSX. Okay, but I've got a little bit in Pulse, some in USDC, not much in these ones. So, but the point is that you could have tokens that you got airdropped on Pulsechain worth a lot of money and you don't even know about it, right? So this is a really good way to check it. So just coming back to here, this here shows all the actual tokens that are currently on the Pulse chain. Okay, so what I like about this is it's showing, you know, the total liquidity. And see this little blue check mark here? My dog's making some weird noise. Shush with that, pup. You can see here the little check mark. So this means that it's been verified by Pulsechain and by a lot of the community. Okay, so any tokens that you see this, they're pretty much well good to go. Okay, but anything that haven't, you know, I'd be wary of. And you can come up here and you can check, like for example, I could put Doge in here and just hit enter on your keyboard, and it's going to show you all the Doge versions. But you know, be very careful. You can see these got really low liquidity, so I'd be very careful what you do with these tokens. But it's awesome to see this, and you can also see this here. It's got ERC versus PRC. So if you click on this, that will actually show you the difference in price on the Ethereum side, okay, and on the Pulsechain side, right? So you can see here, this is Hex. This is what it's worth on Ethereum. This is what it's worth on the Pulsechain side. And it also shows you the TVL, which is total value locked. You can see here, this is on the Ethereum, it's 5.8 mil. And on the Pulsechain, it's 34 mil. Okay, so this is a good way to go through all these as well. So, okay, now let's get to the juicy stuff. So what this guy has done is he's also been working on the domain names for Pulsechain. Okay, so if you don't know what domain names are, well then, you know, you should do a little bit of homework. But you've got .com, okay, that's a domain name, .net, .org. So Ethereum made domain names back in 2017. I actually bought quite a few of them. So they're .eth, right? I'll just show you quickly here. So you can see this is the Ethereum ENS.domains. Okay, so if you haven't got your own ETH domain, you might want to get it. But I'll just give you on this address that I've got hooked up with MetaMask. I'll just show you. So I'll click on Go to App, and you can search for a name here. Okay, so your name might not be taken, or it might be. But if I click on my little profile here and just go to Profile, you can see this account, or this address, my MetaMask address, owns betterhumans.eth. Okay, so if you're a brand and you're looking at, you know, really branding yourself, coming up for Web3, what's coming up in the future, you really want to try and get your own Web3 domains that align with your brand, right? So I just want to come back to here, and I want to show you that if we come to the bottom here, now the Pulse domains are not live yet. Mainnet is not live, but it will be in a couple of weeks. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to simulate on the testnet how you can actually do it. Okay, so once you know how to do it, when mainnet comes, you can go and get your domain quick, all right? Because look, you want to get domain names, or at least your brand. I'm going to show you another way you can get your brand name now, but for now, if you come right to the bottom and you click on get your .pls, okay, your Pulse domain. So now this is testnet, all right? This actual particular page here is actual mainnet. This is what it's going to look like. You can see the domain up here is pulse.domains. Okay, and definitely go to here and follow them on Twitter, all right, because they'll be coming out with the tweet when they say it's live, and you can go and get your domain, and you want to be getting ready for this. Okay, look, in 2017 I bought a whole heap of .eth domains, and they're worth a ton now. I haven't sold any, I'm keeping them, but they're still worth a lot of money, so it's just a heads up. All right, so down here what we're going to do is I'm going to get the Better Humans one. Okay, remember this is actually, this is the mainnet page, but to actually do it and get it right now, it's actually just on testnet. So it's not gonna, you're not really getting your domain, you're getting it on testnet. Okay, but this is how you do it. So if you know how to do it now, you'll know how to do it when it goes live. It's not that hard, but I just want to show you. So I'm going to click on search. All right. Okay, so now it's saying unsupported network, and that's because it wants you to be on the testnet. Now, you might get a pop-up and it will actually ask you to add the Pulsechain testnet to your MetaMask. So go ahead and do that. But if it doesn't, let me just change this. I'm going to change this to Pulsechain testnet because I've already installed it on MetaMask. Okay, so I've got this. So you can see now it's fine. If for some reason you don't get that option, right, to add it to MetaMask, you can come to this site right here. I'll leave a link in the description. This is the GitLab. This is the Pulsechain testnet. So if you come up here, it'll say Pulsechain testnet. Okay, link in the description for this timestamp. And then if you come down, this is right here. This is what you need to add to MetaMask. Exactly how you would look. It shows you exactly how to do it. Okay. It's just the same as adding a network like Binance Smart Chain, except this is the manual way to do it. Okay, so it shows you exactly. There's no way you won't be able to do it from this. All right, so that's that. So if we come back here, I'm going to type in here, Better Humans. Okay, so it's going to bring you to this page. All right, now it's by default it's 1 year, so I'm registering my domain name for 1 year. But you can increase this. You can see you can do it for as many years as you want. But the more years you do, the more it's going to cost you. I would suggest, though, that you do it for more than 1 year, because quite often people forget. And if you forget, you might lose it when it expires. Right? But for the purposes of this video, I'm just going to do 1 year. Okay, so I've got that on 1 year. You can see here you can go up to 5 years. Now, where it says use as primary name, if you have this on, what it will mean is that the address, let me just cancel that, the address that you are buying the domain name on, that you've connected to the mainnet, to the site, that domain name will be bound to this address. You can change it later, all right? It's not a tutorial on all that. This is just to show you how to get your domain, but this is the address that this domain that I'm going to get right now, purchase right now, is going to be bound to for now. Okay, so I'm going to leave that as yes, but you can change that off if you don't want it as your primary name. In actual fact, I'm going to leave that off for this. Okay, so I'm going to click on next. All right, now I've already added this nickname because I've actually gone through and done this. But if I just take this off, you can say add more to profile. So this is your actual address that you're bounding the domain name to. But if you click on add more to profile, you can come here and you can see you can add all sorts of things to that address, because this is preparing for Web3, right? For a website and everything to do with your identity and all that sort of stuff. So you can add whatever you want here. So you can go social, add your Twitter, all your accounts. But just remember, this is testnet, so I wouldn't go crazy on testnet. But when it comes to mainnet, you could do that. Okay, look, website. So this is Web3 to you. Look, everything's here. All right. So just for now, I'm just going to put a nickname, okay, and then just click on add. So I'm just going to do my nickname as my name, all right, and then click on next. All right, so registering your name takes 3 steps. Complete a transaction, which will open MetaMask. Wait 60 seconds. Complete a second transaction to secure your name, okay. So I'm going to click on begin. Okay, it's making sure that everything's right. Make sure always check this domain because you might make a spelling mistake, all right? So that's why it's good to do testnet before you do mainnet, all right? So you can get familiar with it when it comes to the time to do it for real. All right, so I'm going to click on Open Wallet. It's going to come here. Okay, it's going to give you the fees it's going to cost. I'm going to click on Confirm. Okay, and now it's just going to wait. It's going to do the transaction. You can see it's coming up through here. Okay, hopefully this will work. I had a few issues when I was doing this before. It says transaction successful. Okay, there was an error actually when I was doing this before, and that might have been because they were updating the background or something. So hopefully this time it goes through. Okay, so we'll just wait for this to actually finish. Shouldn't take too long. But this is really cool. And look, like I said, ENS domains for .eth, I bought a whole heap in 2017. Okay, and they're worth a lot now. So any domains, imagine if you'd bought like, crypto.com, back when .com became available. Okay, so this is almost there. Okay, it says it's finished. Okay, almost there. Let's do it. Let's click on finish. Hopefully it'll work this time. I won't get an error. I got an error before, so hopefully it works this time. It might be because I've tried to get the same domain 3 times, which has given me an error again. Okay, so we'll try it again to see if it refreshes it. We'll come up here and have a look in the wallet. Okay, commit. Okay, it's okay. Whoop. I did go and finish. Okay, so now it should have gone through. Okay, open wallet. Let's see if we can get it. This is the second time, so we'll do 2 transactions. All right. Okay, now this is how it does it on the Ethereum network when you're doing it with. This is exactly the same because remember this is forked from the actual. Look, there we go. We've got it. Okay. Remember that this website and everything, all the code is forked from the actual ENS, the Ethereum one. Okay, so that's why it's going to run the same. Okay, so you can see congratulations, now I've got it. Okay, so this is exactly what it's going to look like on mainnet in a couple of weeks when you do it. All right, and now come down here, you can see view name. So I'll click on view name, and here it is, and here's all the details. So you can see view on-chain profile. Okay, so remember that everything's turning to Web3, so you can add all sorts of things to your address, to your domain name. Okay, websites, socials, everything. So I'm not going to go through a tutorial on actually how to do the set as primary name and all that sort of stuff, but if you click on here, view on-chain profile, okay, here's my little profile, right? I didn't add anything to it, but you can see it's actually, it's got something that looks sort of cool, right? So if you go to edit profile down here, so you've got your name now, come down to edit profile. This is where you can come back and you'll be able to add more to your profile. So you can come back and you can do all that I showed you before. So you'll have that option on mainnet. Look, I think it's important. It's always important to be in early and get things because look, who knows where this is going to go, right? And if you can secure your name or some names that you like or you want to get ready for it, because I'll tell you what, there's going to be a rush to the door to get these names. It is always the same on a new blockchain, right? Whenever domain names come available, people run to the door. So get prepared, have a go. Now, if you have a brand and you want to secure your domain name now, you can do that. Okay, now let me show you how you can do that. If you come to their Twitter, okay, so this is the Pulse Domains Twitter, all right, pulse.domains, I'll leave a link in the description. You can see here that it says domain free claim for mainnet. Okay, so if you can give them some information and they, can see that you're actually valid with your brand, they'll actually give it to you. Now, if you click on this, let me show you. It's going to bring you to this page. Okay, claim your free Web3 username. Okay, Pulsechain mainnet only. So if we come down here, you can see, this is the problem with domain names, the cyber squatting. What happens is, as soon as this mainnet goes live, people are going to just be rushing to get as many names as they can, all different ones, names of cities, people's names like David, John, all the main ones. And, if you've got a name like, it could be Jaden with, with a Y or something like that, or it could be your brand, Like if you've got a YouTube channel name and it's popular, you know, like if it's one of the big YouTubers, I like Wendy O's pretty cool, so maybe it could be hers or whatever. So, you know, somebody else could take that. But if you want to secure your brand name so nobody else can get it, this is how you do it. All right. So it says here, have a minimum of 5,000 followers on Twitter. Well, not even I've got that. Okay. I mean, not that I'm popular or anything, but I don't have that on my Twitter account. Okay. So I'm actually trying to get my brand one because someone else has got it and they got it in 2011. They've never used it. But anyway, if you haven't got 5,000 followers, but here see it says have a minimum, but it also says here, or if you are an active crypto streamer on YouTube, Twitch or Rumble, okay, or a known figure in the RH ecosystem, okay, or be a product in the Web3 crypto space. Okay, so if you're any one of these, so what I did is I filled out the form. Okay, so you make sure you follow them, follow their Twitter, all right. I retweet our post, I retweeted that, and what I did was I just showed them my, that I own betterhumans.com, not that I use it right now, but that I also own the YouTube channel, betterhumans.com, betterhumans with a Z, right? So you can go through all the details on this, but this is what I did. Okay, I filled this out. So just scroll right to the bottom down here, okay, and put in your Twitter URL and put the name. So I put in Better Humans, okay, and then I just put in my actual YouTube URL. So I put that in there and put that in there, and then here I just put in this. My YouTube channel is Better Humans, and I own the domain name betterhumans.com. Okay, so that's what I did for this, and then just submit name claim. Now, once you've submitted this, if you come back to Pulse Domains, to their Twitter, you can send them a message, right? And you've just got to put in there, if you come back here, where are we? Let's come back up here. It says claim submitted, so all you do is just copy this, okay, and then copy that, and then come back to their Twitter. Where are they? Here. And then just click on message, and I've already done it, but I'll show you what I did. Okay, so I just sent a message to them, claim submitted. Hey, you got approved for betterhumans.pls. Please share an address where you can send the name once we launch. Okay, so this is the address that I want, because this is my MetaMask that has Better Humans, the .eth one, and that's the one that I want them to send it to. Okay, so I've put that address here. Okay, so if you're a brand or a YouTube channel and you want to get your PLS domain and secure it before the hordes come in and probably try and squat it and take it, that's how you do it. All right. So anyway, I hope this video has helped, and be sure to join the Discord. I'll leave a link in the description for that. And have yourself a wonderful day. Kia kaha, and I'll see you in the next video.